Oh my God, Anita.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Willie Bragg Show. I am your humble host, Willie Bragg, where I love to discuss politics, and I do. Well, I like to also share some good news. Every now and then, I can actually have a program where I can share some good news for a change that's not historical from a previous era, and that is down in the nation of Colombia. They had two rounds of elections. One on May the 29th, the first round of elections, where they had several political candidates, political parties running, and then it got narrowed down to two candidates, Gustavo Petro and Rafael Hernandez Suarez. And they had the second round on June the 19th. I'm sorry I'm coming late with this story. It's just, my schedule and whatever news information and what have you, and whatever order I feel motivated. Sorry about that, but better late than never, but it's still kind of recent. So anyway, if you want to make a comparison or an analogy of this recent election whereby Gustavo won, imagine a scenario where a candidate that may be to the left of Bernie Sanders here in the United States defeating a candidate who is a very well man that would be considered right wing in Colombia, probably a little further closer to the center in Colombia compared to Donald Trump here in the United States. That's the best way to describe the analogy, the election. And one critical difference, and I'm going to say this about probably for where it stands right now, probably the one nice thing I'm going to say about the opposing candidate, and that is Suarez, is that he accepted the election much more graciously than Donald Trump did in the United States. Donald Trump pretty much remained a sore loser. So that's the scenario right there regarding the election. So hold on, see here. Let me just get everything here. As you can see here, this is from the. Hold on, let me get the photo. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. as you can see here on this column here on the left, where the team that the final election, the second round, and let's see where we're at. Yeah, on the left is will be Gustavo Petro and Francis Marquez. As I said, Gustavo Petro won the election, and Francis Marquez made history as the first black vice president in Colombia. Their opponent was Rodolfo Hernandez Suarez, but it's not listed as that on the on this campaign leaflet or what have you, a guide. And Marlene Castillo were the other team with the election, and then you have some of the other candidates from the first round, from the first round back in May. So there's that. And as I said, Petro won this election, and make sure leftists, you have great reason to celebrate this, because Colombia's been going through a lot over the years, and they've been having a lot of political instability. There's been things like right-wing death squads that's been murdering trade union leaders in the country. There's drug trades, drug lords battling. I mean, it's left-wing and right-wing violence that have taken place for many years. And I'm going to confess that I'm not as up to date with the details as I need to be, but I do have a rough idea what's been going on, and I probably need to keep up more with it. But this is significant still, just the same. And I'm, as I said, I am very happy, and I am wishing this a new administration the very best in that regard, and all of that. So let's see here. Petro, his political party is Humane Colombia, which I guess is a newly formed political party. He was previously in a left-wing paramilitary organization called the M19 Democratic Alliance. They were military organization, for what I could tell, that kind of went into maybe a social democratic direction down the road, but most of the members just kind of absorbed themselves into Humane Colombia, and basically they describe themselves as anti-imperialist, left-wing populists, sort of following a Bolivarian tradition, a populist tradition. The opponent, Hernandez Suarez, his political party, he ran as an independent, but he was with the center-right Colombian Liberal Party. But the Colombian Liberal Party the Liberal Party changed its ideology and morphed into a more social democratic party down the road. But he was no longer with them. But he belonged to maybe a center. I mean, I guess you can classify them as a centrist party called the League of Anti-Corruption Governors. But he ran as an independent, and for what I gathered and read about the man, apparently he ran. I guess he was the choice of the right in the second round of the election, but relatively centrist otherwise. And if my information is incorrect, I stand corrected. But that's more or less how I am interpreting the information as I have done my research. So anyway, this is the opponent that was defeated in the election here. So okay, let's see here, and hold on one moment here, and we'll find. Hold on, I'm sorry. Go to the Chrome tab, and here is the new president, President Petro. And he will, as I said, he is now, will be the new president of Colombia, and he campaigned on a broadly left-wing platform. One can still interpret it as a social democratic platform or a socialist platform. Housing, healthcare, things of that nature, things like that. Perhaps expanded labor rights protections. And we'll see how everything turns out once he starts properly governing. And as I said, from everything where it stands right now, I see it right now as an improvement, and we'll see where it goes. Because South America is very volatile, and it tends to swing in many ideological directions. So let's see where we are at right now. Let's go with basically the reactions abroad. Many people congratulated Petro for his victory. And here in the United States, I'm sure that if Donald Trump would have remained president, he would not have been happy with the election results. And the reason I am saying that is because of Governor DeSantis in Florida, who I will argue is worse than Donald Trump. And the quote he has with his reaction toward the election is, the results of the elections have been very troubling for the people that believe in freedom in the Western Hemisphere. Really funny coming from Governor DeSantis, who knows nothing of the concept of the word freedom, who's banned books in the schools down in Florida, who's basically come up with anti-protest laws that he called anti-riot laws, which gives basically legal immunity to essentially right-wing people who run over left-wing protesters that they don't like. And there's a legal loophole in the law down in Florida. It's a bullshit piece of legislation. Revenge politics being imposed on corporations that opposes his right-wing radical agenda. His Don't Say Gay bill, which is basically an attack on the LGBTQ community, and basically an accusation-based legislation insinuating that all LGBTQ people are pedophiles. That's the kind of person this man is, and he is, in my opinion, in all estimation, a fascist. And so, of course, he's going to be upset that someone like Petro is elected in Colombia. More his speed is Jair Bolsonaro down in Brazil. That's more his speed. And really, when it comes right down to it, Augusto Pinochet is more his speed. Let's put it this way. When it comes to Ron DeSantis, helicopter rise is his motto. And look up the term helicopter rise, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's in relation to Chile. So I also think it's very important to contrast, basically an asshole like Ron DeSantis with the former leader of the British Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn, and what he had to say about Petro's victory in Colombia. And basically, he says, power of the community or of organizing the build popular policy platform to heal the divisions of the past and to bring about social justice. I think those are better words myself. And, those are better words. And believe me, the words of Jeremy Corbyn is worth a hell of a lot more in a positive way than the authoritarian words of Ron DeSantis down in Florida by a long shot. So as it stands, we have a changing of the guard down in Colombia, and we'll see how things turn around for the people in Colombia. I wish them, again, the very best, and I consider it very good news. So if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree with what I have to say, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we're the muckrakers of our time. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you're kept up to date. And by doing so, you're supporting independent media, because you need to find an alternative to corporate media and corporate spin. And until next time, I will leave you with this little musical interlude, as I like to do on my way out. So we will hold tight here. Hold tight. Had a little error. I got to correct that. Okay, hopefully that will be corrected in a moment. Hopefully it'll be corrected.
This is the story of...
Hopefully it'll be corrected in a moment. And if... Okay. And I will, as I said, I will conclude by saying music to you all. So y'all take it easy. Here we go.